whalawhalea te hane e tau wala tala tupu ke lata mai leo taong niwe ke hane. Whakamua kua liutua e whahi New Zealand Qualification Authority ke whai kiseanga ke he tau kuhala ne kua tau se tau whakakuanga moe tau ola he tau whanau aonga, he aonga tukulunga. Koe aonga tukulunga kua muitua i alo tūru ke he tau whakatokanga he NZQA, moe tau whakakuanga he tau whanau ke moa i tau whakamailonga koe NCEA taha ua mai tūru. Hoko mai taha pulotu mai he whahine ke matutaki ai me aonga tukulunga ke onoano, kua hoko siana kei tau muhala ngā hua halo tūru tau whiaonga ke he tau whakakuanga, ne kua whakamailonga i ke he motu, sipi ai whoki moe whalu ne kua whakawhanua atu ai ki New Zealand. Talahau e ia nei kua harata dei, ka eke kua whakatu mau, moe whakamalolo e tau puhala ngā hua, to mai ke he tau whanau, ke mhomo atu halo tūru a tau whakamilonga tukulunga ka moa. Koe ahi nia whiwhoki ni kua mai ke ia ke tufa tu whalu te papa whakamilonga ki alo tūle tau whanau, ne kua moa e NCEA taha mai ua. Koe ka kano he talahau ia ke mai ke whakakise mahuenga ke tau whanau, ke lali alo tūle ke whakamalolo, moe whakamakamaka ke he tau whakakuanga me tau ngahua aonga. Ko whitani he tau sia i tau whakatutalanga, moe tau whiaonga takitaha he aonga tukulunga, ke tau puhala ke muitua ke tau whakahoroanga, ne ko tau sia i whoki i New Zealand. Moe ko hingoa, whalu puhala ni ko mai ke whakahoro ki mua e mitaki. Koe aho nei ne kua whakatoka ke hawha nia aho e tau whanau aonga ka ua tuai haonga, ka kua whakatoka e tau whakakuanga, moe tau whiaonga ke mga tūpou la nei, moe amara ki whoki ke whai whanoanga moe tau mamatua ke he mga ho awhiawhi. Mahuinga he talahau ia ke inga sia ua sia tau tangata ke iloa moe mai longa e tau ngā hua, pia i whoki ni e tau whakatokanga he NZQA, moe whai maamaanga laulahi whoki, tau mamatua ke tau pohala ni ko mai kia i alo tōru, ke lang matai atu ke tau whanau, ke halu tōla tau mo i whakako. Kua liu mai tuai e taha tama aonga tokolunga, he tahe mahina he whina tuai ke taha aonga i Wellingtoni, koe whakahoroanga nei ne ko mai kia i ke lang matai atu ai he matakainanga ko Gary Wilson whakalataha i whoki moe whahe ngā hua whakaako tama niwe, mai aonga ko Rathkill i Wellingtoni. Ko i o tewa pātisi ko i e tamaonga ni ko moe ko tawhanga ke whinatu ai ki haonga nei, mai ke ia ki whinatu he aonga, mai kau whakalataha i whoki ke whalo tau whakaroanga, mai tau whewa ni ko whakatangatoka e lau tōru. Pehe mai ia ko mitaki ke kisia whalu meana ni kua ke he whakatosi mai e aonga ia ke whakatatai mai ke aonga i niwe. Si talahau whuka ia, makalili mnakawi ia, ke whakatatai mai ke motu. Moi whiawhialaha ia hako mai ke hoku atu, ke tōli ai e taha te mounga e he matakawina. Hako aliu mai ia ke he motu, mai ke ia ke whai whakaroanga, ke whakakise, moi whakatatai, whalu e tau whakaroanga ni kua hoku atu ia kiai, ke he whakaroanga assembly he aonga tokolunga ke hau niawhi, sipehe mai ia, kua mitaki lahi ka heke kua maike e whakatokanga nei, ke whakatū mau ki mai ke whoki whalu ta whanau ke hoko atu ki ai. Whakalawhalahi atu, you are listening into Radio Sunshine's News Bulletin for today. Firstly, Niuean High School is being evaluated on its ability to effectively ensure the credibility of assessments for national qualifications. The school follows the New Zealand Qualification Authority standards, delivering NCEA levels 1, 2 and 3. Harata Day and NZQA school relationship manager is on the island this week to check that the school's assessment practices, internal and external, are robust, among other key focal areas. She was able to distribute certificates during the school assembly yesterday for those who had achieved NCEA levels 1 and 2, as well as in areas of mathematics and their record of achievement. This is one way of acknowledging students for their efforts. She says that achievements also reflect on the ability of the school to support students academically. The ongoing reviews are important to further develop or strengthen areas, as well as take into account some of the changes that have occurred within the school. Today, Niue High School will have a half day where students will finish at midday, while teachers will have a personal development session. Later in the afternoon, there is a session with parents. One lucky Niue High School student has just returned from a 1-month stint at Rathgill College in Wellington. Yoteva Pasisi, a senior student of Niue High School, was the successful recipient of the scholarship that he has expressed as one in a lifetime experience. This was made possible with assistance from Gary Wilson, the Education Department of Niue, as well as Rathgill College management. He shared his experience with fellow students in a school assembly yesterday and says that he is humbled and thankful for the opportunity. He said getting used to the climate was a challenge, but making new friends and connections was great. Finding the similarities and differences was part of the adventure to learn and exchange cultures, as well as taking part in school and recreational activities. Yoteva says he was happy to participate in all the school activities, but one of the highlights was a camp excursion where they were able to climb up a mountain, something you wouldn't be able to do here in Niue. Upon returning to the island, there is no doubt that by sharing his experience, he can go on to inspire other students. His advice to his peers was to embrace every opportunity and experiences that will help build character and to better yourself as a young person. It is hoped that this scholarship or such opportunities will become an annual prospect. Looking at our news stories from the region, the Papua New Guinea government will legislate to outlaw the Sir Mekere Morauta-led PNG Sustainable Development Program Limited. In a media release yesterday, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill confirmed a report by the National last week which quoted a well-placed source as saying that legislative control of the embattled PNG SDP was the government's final option in its quest to control the company's assets worth billions of kina. Sir Mekere had said that in response to the Prime Minister's announcement on Monday that a commission of inquiry would be set up to investigate the company, including the recent sale of its assets. A company spokesman said Sir Mekere would respond after the government released the terms of reference of the proposed commission of inquiry. Solomon Islands Prime Minister has adjourned Parliament when the country's Attorney General returned from Africa, moving a special adjournment motion in Parliament. Prime Minister Gordon Darcy Lilo said a number of important bills need the Attorney General's attention. Prime Minister Lilo told the House the Attorney General Billy Titiulu, who was attending the Commonwealth Judicial Conference in Botswana, has been held up in Africa due to recent terrorist attacks in the country. SIBC News understands that the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice and Legal Affairs, Commons, Mewa, are expected to return to Honiara by the end of the week. Scuffles and wrestling broke out in Nauru's parliament when police moved in to remove an opposition MP from the chamber, reports Radio New Zealand International. The MP Karen Keke says at least 20 police entered the chamber and dozens circled the parliament building as protesters gathered outside. Parliament had resumed after yesterday's urgent motion by the Justice Minister David Adjang to have 3 opposition members suspended. The minister said the MPs Dr. Keke, Roland Khan and Matthew Patsiua had hurt Nauru's development by giving damaging interviews to foreign media. Dr. Keke says the police were called in the morning when the Speaker, Ludwig Scotty, noted that he had returned to Parliament. Dr. Keke says there was a pushing, shoving and wrestling on the ground involving other opposition MPs and the police, as Dr. Keke tried to resist being ejected, but no one was hit or hurt. He says better sense took over and the police called in medical help for a former president and opposition MP, Sprenta Buido, who almost collapsed out of exertion in the melee. Dr. Keke says the police then stood down and Parliament went into recess for the Speaker to consider Dr. Keke's response to the government motion. Dr. Keke says the motion is unlawful, against standing orders and the Constitution. He says the call to suspend him is aimed at further cementing the dictatorial style of the government led by Baron Waga. He says the job of the opposition is to scrutinize the government and its many failings. He says the government has censored the local media, gagged debates in Parliament and bulldozed through legislation. The Nauru government nor the Speaker of Parliament, Ludwig Scotty, have so far been available for comment. The first shipment of Papua New Guinea's liquefied natural gas will be loaded on the Spirits of Hela for markets in China, Japan and Taiwan. Treasurer Patrick Pruitt said in Parliament that LNG exports would start this week. Project operator ExxonMobil PNG Limited Managing Director Peter Graham had said the company was ready to load the first vessel after conducting sea trials earlier. Coral reefs are widely regarded as one of the most beautiful, diverse and delicate ecosystems on the planet. A new study by an international team of scientists reveals that reefs also play the tough guy role in protecting hundreds of millions of people from rising sea levels and damaging wave action. Human activities that directly damage coral in combination with increasing ocean temperatures and acidification have already degraded or are posing serious threats to at least two-thirds of the world's coral reefs. The new analysis published this week in Nature Communications raises the stakes for the conservation efforts, the researchers said, and could help focus those efforts towards reefs in high-risk areas. The Fijian Tourism Expo is unique because it provides an undiluted focus on Fiji as a destination, says President of the Fiji Hotel and Tourism Association, Dixon Sito. Sito said hosting the inaugural expo at Sheraton Fiji Resort's brand new Denaro Island Convention Centre was also a big plus for Fiji tourism. Echoing the sentiments of Tourism Permanent Secretary Elizabeth Powell, Sito said cultural diversity was something to be celebrated. He said the inaugural Fiji Tourism Expo, apart from being a vehicle to entice more business, was also a celebration of the importance of tourism to Fiji. He said the previous event, the Bula Fiji Tourism Exchange, was not as conducive to the local industry because of the inclusion of businesses from other Pacific Islands. And those are our news stories from the region as well as our local news bulletin here on Radio Sunshine for today.